Hello, everyone. We're live. We're live. This is crazy because, again, for the 153rd time in a row, consecutive show, we had everything going like last second. If it's not lights, it's sound. If it's not sound, it's somebody doing something. It's something happening. We actually have guests coming over and picking up Crystal, or Mom actually is picking her up, and we had to break to do the show. I just want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope you can hear us. I hope you can see us. Somebody give us a thumbs up if we sound okay. Somebody give us a thumbs up if you can see us. I'm just kind of checking the board and contacts. We have 7 people that have joined us. Nanette, you want to read through the list of people?
I see Victor's here tonight so far. Geeky Gecko Creations. Frank is here. Keep going. I can't see. JP Lizards World.
Hey.
Angie's here. Oh, of course, Angie's here for this.
Frank, you've got this. You've got this. You've got this.
Hannah's here.
Hi, Hannah. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully everybody can see us okay. Hopefully we sound okay. We've got the mic positioned a little bit differently tonight. Hopefully we're not too overpowering. Hopefully Nanette's like 2 inches from the mic. You're probably going to hear her more than you're going to hear me.
At least I'm not sleeping and snoring.
Which I'll be doing in about 3 minutes. No. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. The thumbnail that I'm showing, who gets that? Does anybody get that? Frank, Geeky Gecko's already said that, why am I not on a body? But I am. I'm on the kid sitting down on the ground looking up at, who is that, Anna? Anybody know what that thumbnail is from? Anyone? Am I just that old that nobody's going to recognize this?
Oh, I had the wrong one in my head. Now I got it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just saw something. Yep.
So that's a movie. That's a famous movie. It's a fantastic movie. It actually has 2 different names. Anyways, so tonight, while you're thinking about what that thumbnail is, I will go through a couple of notes here, and then we're going to start the program with a very cool kind of segment about learning from each other. Hi, Zero. Cool.
This is scaring me.
Hi, Mantis.
Electra Shaman is here, and Jay Kennedy just came in. Zero. Oh, cool is here.
Hannah. Oh, no, Hannah is wrong. Hannah, you're wrong.
That's what I thought it was at first. Look again, really close.
So when I thought about this theme from tonight, actually, let me give you some background. I watched Flawless Crested Geckos. Will Audra put on a great video. If you have a chance, go over to Flawless Crested Geckos. Great people, great channel, great animals. Anyways, they put together a video today or yesterday. I watched it today, I think, and it was kind of going over some questions. They were asking questions back and forth. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for throwing that link in.
Nope, not Gone with the Wind.
Not Gone with the Wind. Missed it by that much. And their show was all about asking each other kind of some tricky questions, and we're going to do the same tonight. I always feel like my head is off. Maybe it's just my head is off. So when I saw that, and I was trying to think of a show for tonight, a live stream, I wanted it just to be Nanette and I. We've had some great, fantastic guests on recently. If you see somebody else joining in,
Critters is here.
Thanks for joining us. The very first thing I thought of is, that Nanette and I could do kind of the same thing, and we're going to steal Audra's and Will's theme, their idea.
Oh, not their answers?
Not their answers. I might steal a couple of their answers. Oh my gosh, they had some great answers, and just classic answers. But anyways,
yes, Victor, you got it.
Nailed it. So Hannah, though, when I thought, oh, what can I name this? I want a funny name, a cool name to name the show. Learning about us, and immediately it came to mind, getting to know you, getting to know all of. So sorry folks. Okay, we just lost.
Crystal just yelled, "Stop saying no." I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we just lost all of our viewers. Electric Shaman, thanks for joining us.
They're unliking.
No. And yeah, they are. Everybody's unliking the show. So I thought of that song, and I thought immediately that was Sound of Music. I actually looked up Sound of Music, and it wasn't there. I thought, what movie is that? Oh, it's The King and I, or Anna. What's the other? Anna and the King, I think is the other name. Anyways,
you making that up?
Yeah, I'm making that up. The movie's name was Wally and Anna. I don't know. Victor saying that was seriously what popped into my head when I read the title of the live. Absolutely. So we're going to get to the questions in just a second. I, again, wanted to thank Flawless Crested Geckos for this idea. I talked to them, or I didn't talk to them. I messaged them before and asked if I could use the
I was going
idea.
to say, did you ask them?
And yeah, I just stole their idea like I do, just like everything that I do. I messaged them and I asked if I could use their idea. And they said, yes, absolutely use it. And they're hoping that other creators can do the same thing. So if you're a couple, if you, I know Frank from Geeky Geckos, you were on. If you have a YouTube, if you have the opportunity to maybe even do a short for Facebook or Instagram, a reel, take this idea up, give credit to Flawless Crested Geckos, of course, and do your own show. I think it's a great idea to kind of share information like this in the community, and hopefully we can make it fun and educational and informative today, and you'll get a kick out of this.
Problem is I don't know what we're doing again.
So this week, let me do a recap of this week. It has been super crazy again. So we're keeping up with the isopods. We're keeping up with the fish. We're keeping up with a lot of things going on in our house right now. We have our son and granddaughter, Crystal, joining us. And I kind of did a little bit of a spoiler there with the picture because Crystal's on it. And I said, getting to know us. And she had to leave just before the show tonight, unfortunately. Maybe that's clickbait to say that Crystal's there. And then I said, no, she's not coming. So anyways, she's not here tonight, but it has been crazy with them in the house and their dog. And it's just been a blast. Temporary. A couple months. Yeah. Just while they kind of transition to a new place. Thanks, Frank.
Angie wants to ask goofy questions.
You absolutely can. We have a couple of canned questions, Nanette, and then after that, Nanette has a couple of questions that she's going to ask me that I have no idea of what they are. And then I have a couple of questions that I'm going to ask her. She has no idea what they are. But the first 5 questions, I think, is almost directly from Flawless Crested Geckos. So
you want to give me a piece of paper so if I see silly questions or any questions, absolutely. Then I'll jot it down quick.
Absolutely.
I might need something to write with. Oh,
coffee break.
Never mind. I've got a. Yeah. Did you just make a new pot of coffee?
I sure did. You have a problem with that?
It's 6:30.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? Doesn't everybody drink coffee at 6:30 at night? So lots going on. We have a new rack going in. I'm hoping tomorrow. We have company tomorrow. I'm going to put them to work. Your cousin is coming up with his wife. I'm going to put them to work holding the rack together while we put it together.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. We have an incubator that we just have a couple of touches on to finish that up. Does that cup fit 6 cups in one? No, but it does 2. So we got another coffee maker earlier a few months ago, and it made 10 cups instead of 12. And that was like a sin to me. 10 cups.
Then it only made 4 cups.
And then it made only 4 cups.
Do you know how much caffeine is in a cup of coffee?
So we've had a lot going on
You're not answering
with the facility, especially with a lot of geckos hatching, a lot of really cool geckos. We have cave geckos. We have the first Melii. We have banded geckos. We have cresteds, of course, and and we have a few leopard geckos hatching. Oh my gosh, we have some rare geckos. So just a lot going on in the facility. I've updated the page with some of these geckos, but if you're looking for, and I'm not trying to do the salesman kind of thing here, but if you're looking for geckos, make sure you're watching the page in the next month or 2, because there's going to be some animals added that will be kind of exciting. If you're on the wish list, Facebook business page, Supreme Gecko, first post is wish list. I'll be contacting those people first and sharing new animals to the Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description. If you're a member to Buy Me a Coffee, you find out first, and then I go to the wish list and contact the people on our wish list on Facebook business page and say, hey, I've got these animals. If you're still interested, no commitments. And then I put it on the store page for general sales. Go
Frank or Victor, you're now my really best friend. Chai. That's all I drink. No coffee.
Victor?
Chai right down there, down on the
Okay.
bottom. I drink chai.
Hey, Frank, I think you're Frank the Tank. I think you're a moderator. Go ahead and ban Victor.
No.
Just kidding. What do you drink? What kind of
Chai.
You drink a thermonuclear triple latte.
No, I do not.
I don't know.
Just because you don't know the lingo doesn't mean I don't.
I'm going through my list. I think I've got everything. I want to, the next item on the list before we get to the questions is I want to send a special thoughts and prayers to Andrew from DEA Exotics. Went through some surgery. I hope it's okay to announce this. He went through some surgery, and I just wanted to wish him today. He's recovering already. Wanted to wish him a quick recovery and just let him know that we're all thinking and praying for him. But what a coincidence. We got something in the mail. And Nanette, can you grab the box? So a lot of this is kind of surprise.
Lots of surprise for me.
To Nanette about this show. Again, last second pulling her in and saying, hey, we're doing a show tonight. And hey, we're going to be doing this.
Is this safe to open live?
I don't know.
Are you serious? You
I'm
don't
totally
even know
serious.
what's in
I
it?
have no idea what's in it. So that's why I gave it to you to ask you if you
It's
wouldn't
kinda
mind.
heavy. Ooh, it cost a lot of money.
Can you grab the knife, the knife? It's on the side of the stand over there, and let's go ahead and open it up. Jay says, I am waiting on my reptile friend to come pick up his bugs. Cool. Somebody's getting rid of some bugs. Victor, Nanette, yes, I have Keurig cups with chai for easy to make and have other chai for when I have more time, including a chocolate chai. Oh my gosh.
Chocolate chai.
Chocolate chai.
Ooh, I haven't
Say
had
that
that
14
one.
times in a row.
I haven't had that at all.
Oh my gosh, AJ. What are you doing up at 12:40 in the UK?
Foolishly watching us.
You need to go to bed at 1:40 in the UK. So Nanette's opening this right under the mic, and like
I'm
nobody
sorry.
can hear anymore.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. This is kind of cool. Hopefully everybody can see this. Yeah, I just get rid of stuff like that. I don't care.
Is this for the baby? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Look
I
at this.
forgot about this.
Look at.
Oh
That's a
my
little
gosh.
gecko.
So if you don't know, Nanette and I, it's not Christopher and Lacey being parents. More importantly, Nanette and I are grandparents.
Look at it. Again.
So we don't like to call each other, grandpa and grandma. I'm
It's a little froggy.
grand dude, and Nanette is grand babe.
Yeah,
So
whatever.
we don't recognize the name grandpa and grandma. Oh, this is so cool. I'll hold this.
These are huge.
This is so cool. Does everybody see this?
We're going to see them
Holy
this weekend.
tomatoes. We're going to see Andrew and
No, the
Becky.
baby.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sure people are adding questions or comments, but
And then there's some peach and strawberry.
I'll be a
and-
person at a show, a customer at a show. Do these bite? Sorry. What is this? Is this like an alien?
That's a frog.
No, it's not. It's the alien.
It's.
Oh, I get it.
You're terrible.
So Andrew and Becky also sent over
Cherry?
some preserves.
Some kind of
Or jam.
cherry. A cherry, a peach, and a strawberry jam they made.
Oh my gosh, I get the
Look at
strawberry
this.
jam. You can have the others.
Wow. Thank you.
I heard one of them. I think
Oh my
that
goodness, there's more.
I think that. Oh my gosh, I think that Andrew said that he laced up one
Oh,
of
they
them
made
with the highest level
They
of
made a blanket.
pepper, but Nanette's
Look
not listening. So
No, I'm not. Look, they did a blanket.
Oh my-
This is all crochet.
you guys,
This is
seriously,
beautiful. Thank you.
you did not have to do this.
Oh, I can't wait to see my
Christopher-
girl again.
Oh my
Sure.
gosh.
Thank
This
you.
is a deep box. Maybe there's like money,
It's fun.
money or something at the bottom.
Don't
So
be greedy.
thank you. Seriously,
Thank
Becky.
you,
Andrew,
Becky.
thank you very
These
much.
are awesome. They'll love them.
Wow, that's pretty
Yay.
cool. I'm going to jump down to the comments. I've probably missed like 100. I really believe Wally doesn't sleep. Do I sleep?
No,
No,
I wake up in the middle of the night, unfortunately, to go to the bathroom because I drank too much tea or water before bed, and
cheers.
he's awake on
How
TikTok
do
or
I
on the
stay up all night?
email. I don't know.
Get
I don't know
it.
how you stay awake.
I don't get what
I
keeps me
seriously
up at
asked you
night.
if you know how much caffeine is in that cup of coffee because I looked it up today.
That crocheted piece now has a new name, a permanent new name.
What is it? Alien frog.
Alien frog.
It's not the alien frog. Oh, our new granddaughter, again, another little girl.
I don't know.
That's
It's
all
just
we
a
get.
little blob.
She's adorable.
I call it the blob.
You should have
But
had a picture
I call
of
all
her.
babies like that. I should have had a picture.
Cassidy Dawn. Cassidy with a K.
Who spells Cassidy with a K?
Our son, and it's awesome. It's
So
unique.
I won't give him credit. I'll give Lacey credit.
She's a cutie pie.
And everybody's still waiting for the questions in the regular show. What else? So we've got the box. I wanted to thank once again. What's in the box? What's in the box? I tell you, somebody mentioned that it was Jennifer in one of our consultations, and I had said something like, "We'll have to see what's in the box," and she did that, and it was just like, "Oh,
you got
outstanding." I'm having a problem. There we go. So I wanted to thank
You're
everybody.
having a problem?
Yeah, I have all
It
kinds
took me
of
a couple seconds to register that.
Have some coffee.
I don't need coffee. Yuck.
So I want to thank once again, everybody that has joined up with the Buy Me a Coffee as a member or even sent some support. We don't have Super Chat. We don't have all kinds of other YouTube ways to thank us. You being here is thanks enough, but many of you have signed up for the membership, and we're doing all kinds of crazy things with the membership. We just did a big giveaway where you have goals where people have submitted their goals. We'll give some gifts out once we get to the end of the year if people get their goals done. But it's just a way to kind of communicate to each other in this community, this Buy Me a Coffee community, on what our plans are for the rest of the months and try to stay on task and maybe help each other to improve the way that we manage tasks. If I can help out at all with that, I'd gladly help people with getting their tasks and using spreadsheets. Yes, absolutely. So thank you for becoming a member. If you have already, if you haven't, that's fine. It's not mandatory. It's just greatly appreciated if you have. Electric Shaman says, "Hey Wally, I'm pretty sure I found a little Thai female isopod to my springtails recently, as well as that magic potion." Really?
Oh, Thai?
Really? I don't have ties.
We don't have ties.
So yeah, contact me offline and we'll kind of talk about it. If you can grab a picture, we'll take a look at that. Go ahead, Nanette. And once again, I want to thank, what were you getting? Oh, I'm sorry. Frank says, leave a like. Thank you very much. Once again, I want to thank Flawless Crested Geckos for their excellent video that prompted this.
Goodbye, Crystal.
Bye, Crystal. Sorry, folks. I want to thank Flawless Crested Geckos. Make sure you visit their site, watch their latest video on getting to know you. And that's where the inspiration for this video came from. This is going to be fun. We have some questions to ask each other. I have an itchy nose. Let's see if I can get those over there. And we're going to do this kind of in a special way.
A special way would have been telling me what I was doing ahead of time.
Let's see if we can get that a little bit larger, maybe. Hopefully. Bear with me, folks. Okay. Hopefully people can see this. Let's see if I can make this any larger. Okay. So here's how we're going to do this, folks. Hopefully you can see the questions. I'll change up the screen in just a minute. You have boards. Hopefully everybody is on board. You have boards. Thank you again, Frank. And what we're going to do is we're going to, I'll go first with the answer. This isn't permanent, is it?
No.
Okay. So it looks like it's a permanent. It's a dry eraser. Okay. I'm going to go first and I'm going to answer the first one. I'm going to minimize this, folks. Okay. I'm going to answer. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to go ahead and answer. We'll read off the question. Nanette's going to think of what I'm going to answer the question as, and then I'm going to come across and answer it. And we'll see how close we match up. I bet you Nanette gets, like, how many questions are there? 6. I bet you she gets like 1 right for me. I bet. What do you think?
Some of
folks?
these questions look like I'm in a job interview.
You're-
My talent, my weakness, what the world
no, you're not at a job interview at all. You know what this is?
feels like.
This is not a job interview,
What
folks.
is
What
this?
is this? Where a couple is asked questions back and forth. What is it, folks? It's a TV show years and years ago. Da, 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 da. No, that's the dating game. That's not it. Oh, I know what it is.
From Hollywood, it's the Newlywed Game.
If only.
And here are today's newlyweds.
So it's like the Newlywed Game. That's what this is. Are you ready to give it a go? I'm ready to give it a go. So our very first question is, what is your greatest talent? So this is me, and then we're going to go over you. Do you have the eraser handy that we can use? Good. Yeah, that's good. You should have done that before we started the show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you have to think of what
I
I'm going to say as my greatest talent. You might get this one right because this is pretty easy. Well, it might not be because I just have so many for you to choose from. Victor, what's your greatest talent? If somebody has a talent that they're proud of here, go ahead and put it in the comments.
This isn't fair because you're going to get mad at me.
Why would I ever get mad at you again today? The Gecko Whisperer. That sounds like Caesar.
I'm
Milan,
way off on
right?
this, I'm
Isn't
sure.
he the dog whisperer?
All right, I've got my answer, but I know I'm wrong.
I feel more like Jacques Cousteau.
Okay,
than,
answer the question.
So my answer is, and we've got to kick this off real quick here. What is your greatest talent? I think my greatest talent is being able to take a lot of projects, a lot of tasks, put them all together and organize in a productive manner. And then, you know, if I'm going to boast about drinking coffee, if I'm going to boast about anything that I do in life, I'll boast here. I really think that with my special talent is getting stuff on a page, organized so I can address the things that are most urgent first and the least urgent stuff at the end. And I just, I'll say it like this, I get stuff done. If I have my list going, I'll get the stuff done in the order that I want it to. So what do you think? What did I say?
Well,
what did you think my
answer? My first answer was spreadsheets, and then I changed it to marketing.
Marketing.
But I added spreadsheets again because
Flawless,
that was my. Oh,
and
great!
again,
Flawless
credit,
is on here to
credit
watch
goes
this.
to Flawless for
Super.
this idea. We're kind of taking a little bit of a spin on this idea that you put down, and just kind of working it a little bit.
Thanks,
differently.
Flawless.
Okay, so now what's your greatest talent? And I have to write down what I think your greatest talent is.
Oh, I should have put your not greatest talent is spelling.
Son of a. Oh, yeah, the spelling thing is right on. Okay, go ahead.
My greatest talent?
Yeah.
I'm going to say helping others.
So you get a point on the first one, right? Because you were right on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, see, I wrote this so sloppily that nobody can read it. People, patience.
Yeah,
Patience
I
with
am married
people.
to you, aren't I?
Wow, seriously. So we have, I love this.
Making cocoa bombs.
Of course. So absolutely, people, patience.
That's a good one.
Okay, so our second question here, I'm going to get rid of these questions because nobody can read them probably. I might be able to make them a little bit bigger here.
So what's your greatest weakness?
What is your
you're coming
greatest
to me first?
weakness? And no, you don't write it down. You have to say it, but I have to think of it. So people, play the Newlywed Game theme in your head for, give me 10 seconds here. Your greatest weakness. Okay, I've got mine. Okay, what is your greatest weakness, Nanette?
I'm going to say committing to doing too many things, volunteering too much.
Ooh, this might be a judges. This might be, Family Feud judges ruling here because so you have so many things going on. You are absolutely like your mom, where you just have so much that you want to help people with, that you want to do for people. Absolutely, it's hard for you to jam all of that into your. See, I'm playing this, folks. I'm trying to make this work into your. Can anybody read that? Time management. So I think your issue is that you have all this stuff going on, and no offense at all, it's because you have so much going on that you struggle sometimes with the load that you have with the resources that you have, matching those resources. So
that makes sense.
So, but a lot of times you're running on, I'm going to use a phrase that my father used with you all the time. You're just running on next time.
Next time. You're doing it in your own time frame.
You're late. You're late getting here. What are you doing? Running on next time? Okay.
All right. Move on.
Moving on.
What's
If you
your
see a
greatest
comment-
weakness?
Yeah.
I have to write down
You
what
have to
that
write
is.
down my greatest weakness, and I have to. While you think about that, while you write that down, I have to think about that weakness. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Sorry, Angie. I know that's hard. Wally's wanting to keep all the baby geckos.
Okay.
I sometimes
Got
don't
it.
have that problem. I don't name them, and I hold some back, but it's hard for me to hold everything back. I agree.
This is a hard question,
okay.
so I'm being kind of.
Okay, what was the question? What is your greatest weakness? So this is about me, right?
This is
So
hard.
I have to answer this, right?
Yeah.
My greatest weakness, I would say, is I'm starting to lose patience with people.
Good.
And I have that problem like on Facebook. So somebody will say, and this happened this week, folks. USPS sucks. It's a terrible service. Nobody should use USPS.
Don't get it going again.
Yeah, see, and it kind of bothers me. So I have to come on and say, well, all the services have some issues, and it's as long as the shipper is shipping good animals and good shipping methods. So I have that weakness where it's like, oh my gosh, I read that. Don't type anything because, sometimes it blows up on people that do that go counter to opinions on Facebook. Can't stop myself. I've got to say something about it. And unfortunately, then I take the brunt of the comments. So I think that's one of my biggest weaknesses. What did you think my biggest weakness
Well,
is?
that again, I'm going to just go with my first thoughts from now on. Like when you take a test, the first answer you pick. I had patience originally, and I thought, no, I'm going to go with chocolate chip cookies.
I'm changing my answer. Chocolate chip cookies. Outstanding. Yeah,
I'm
I
right.
love it. You are.
Can't keep those in the house.
So my story with chocolate chip cookies is
Good
I get
Lord.
6 cookies, I get a glass of milk, I eat the cookies, I have milk left, so I have to go get more cookies. So I get more cookies, drinking my milk, I'm out of milk, but I have 3 cookies left, so I go get some more milk. How did the whole flippin' package of Chips Ahoy disappear? Oh my gosh, I ate them all. Okay. So,
Really?
yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Let's do it like
Your
this.
biggest fear.
Your biggest fear. So I'm first on this. Okay.
That's your first
So I have
time.
to say what my biggest fear is.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I have
Anybody
to say
know
what
this
it is.
movie? If you can name this movie, you get 10 points. My biggest fear is spiders, coach. I'm gonna give you some time to do
Write
that.
it down.
Hi, AJ. Write it down. Frank, waffles. No, my biggest fear is not waffles.
With spiders in it.
With spiders in it, it would be my biggest fear.
I can't even write the word.
This is going to be really strange, and I'm going to kind of take a Audra and Will approach to this, and this is kind of a serious answer. You got your answer?
Well, kind of, but
Okay.
I'm not spelling correctly.
My answer has been, we just lost all the lights again.
That's
My
okay, it's
answer
supposed to happen.
is, does that look better?
It does.
Maybe we look better in the dark. At least I do. I'm just going to leave the lights off.
You're rambling tonight.
My biggest fear is, and it has been for, I don't know, how old is Christopher? 30?
32.
32. My biggest fear, has always been in not one of the kids failing in life, because I know that they were grew up strong. All three of them have very strong wills. My biggest fear is actually losing one of the kids. Even as they're adults, just to get that call and have somebody say or knock on the door. That's my biggest fear. When I hear sirens, when our kids were teenagers and driving, and I heard the sirens in town, it just sent chills up and down. So that's my biggest fear. Reality, life is life. Spiders, yeah. Spiders are a terror to me. Okay, so you have to answer this now. Your biggest
biggest fear.
And it can be anything. We're just kind of playing it.
You got to answer it first.
Yeah,
before I tell you.
I've got to think about it. I haven't thought about any of these actually.
Yeah, right.
Okay, got it. What's your biggest fear?
A kind of a combination.
Okay.
I'm afraid of fire, ever having a fire and losing our home and all the pictures that we have and all the good memories we have with the pictures. And then the other would be drowning. That really scares me. Drowning.
Okay. And wow, that's pretty tough too. Angie says mine also, Wally. Yeah, that's a tough one. So you're fire
basically just losing something that's precious to me, not all material items, just
I said, and nobody can read that, but losing a close family member. I think that again, I'm kind of stealing my own idea there, but yeah, I know I'll say we, but you mostly lost your mom recently, and I know that was really a tough one on you. Kind of a downer there, but
here's what it is. It's
looking
life.
at us. Yeah. So let me show this screen again, a little bit bigger, Wally. There we go. Okay, favorite pastime. So
this goes to me first.
This goes to you, so you have to answer. I have to erase. So here, Nanette, just real quick, what this means. And when I saw Flawless Crested Geckos video, I had a different interpretation. Let's go
watch their video.
Yeah, a fantastic video. But what I thought it meant was favorite pastime, like playing baseball. But it's really favorite time back in the past. A favorite, not a childhood memory, but a time back in the past where you really. I'll go just the opposite. As an example, my least favorite time was as a senior in high school. I couldn't wait to get out of high school. I'd sit through every class and read fishing magazines because I was going to be a professional fisherman. But
most boys your age didn't mind the class of reading magazines.
And then I would go into I hid the dirty magazines behind the Field and Stream, so it looked like I was reading Field and Stream. Okay, so anyways, what's your favorite pastime? I have to answer this.
Yeah, you have to answer what my favorite pastime.
Okay.
That totally changed my answer.
And I'm going to be so general here, Jeanette, general, that this kind of covers all bases.
Okay, this is one of my favorite pastimes.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you one. Our trip to Paris.
Oh.
When we got to go by ourselves.
Wow. See, I didn't have myself in any of your past time favorite memories whatsoever. I was going just the opposite. We have a least favorite pet. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
So I said Sister Time. Isn't that a TV show? Sister Time. I know you enjoyed, the time that you had with and you still enjoy the time that you have with your sisters. And I know that was very, very important for you. So our trip to Paris was just phenomenal.
For 4 days. It was great.
So I have to come up with. So you're doing that. Everybody's thinking of the Newlywed theme song. No, that's the dating.
And we have really lost this game horribly.
Yeah, we have.
We're
we
not
know
winning anything.
we know nothing about each other. So
We're
I
not
have to come
winning.
up with a favorite pastime.
Mhm.
Oh God, I know what it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. You'll never get it though. It's not with Nanette.
This isn't
This
okay.
this is gonna get me in trouble.
You're already in trouble, so don't worry about it. right.
Outstanding. I like that answer.
What's your favorite pastime?
My favorite pastime, the thing that if I were to think about my youth right now and the good times that I really thought that I really feel like I had a great time in my youth. My favorite pastime was getting up in the morning, grabbing a $5 bill and going to the empty lot next to the store in the neighborhood and taking my glove and the ball, because nobody brought a ball except me, and playing baseball for the whole flippin' day. I would get up in the morning at we'd be on the field by 9. And when the sun went down and somebody finally got hit with a fly ball that they couldn't see, that was game time. That was time to go home. And then I'd go home and there'd be a cold hamburger sitting on the stove for me and cold mashed potatoes prior to microwaves. So I got
It
very
was
used
just
to
left on the back of your stove, warming, kind of like in a pot.
warming.
She just
You
kind
know,
of left
cold.
it there for.
And that's fine. That's how I grew up. But that's my favorite time, playing baseball. I actually had several nicknames back then, but my nickname that one friend called and it stuck was William because of Billy Williams and the Cubs. But everybody called me William back when I was playing baseball. Sorry. Okay, next question.
Can I give you the answer that I picked?
I don't know. I'm just
I
joking.
have
What's your
thing I can
answer?
clunk you with. I had crappie fishing with your mom
Oh
off the
my
dock.
gosh, I love
'Cause
crappie
Crappies
fishing.
would come in that channel, and you guys would like fish together and have hundreds.
Oh.
My least favorite part about that was the day I came over and she thought she could teach me how to clean fish.
Yeah, that's what every young
guy wants his
Yeah.
girlfriend to learn
Yeah.
with his mom is cleaning fish.
Isn't that part of that song? Wash my socks, sew my
No.
old blue jeans, and clean the crappies that we just caught.
No.
Ain't I always nice to your kid sister? Okay, so we have another
Oh,
question.
Victor, you're so nice.
Okay, the next question is favorite childhood
Childhood
memory. So
memories.
we kind of crossed the barrier, the
I know
different
what mine is.
questions, but so you're going first here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to come up with your favorite.
One of my favorites, I'll give you.
Okay, since I was never a part of your childhood memories, I will. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, go ahead.
I would say one of my favorites was Christmas morning when we were young.
Mhm.
My mom always gave us a pile. She was a single parent. She worked 2 jobs through the Christmas season in order to be able to do Christmas for us. She'd work at Ace Hardware and put everything on layaway so that we could have Christmas. And I remember her, she always had a pile of 4 things. We always got some kind of clothes on the bottom. Then we got a really cool something that we might like. And then there was a game. And then there was a brand new Barbie doll every year for years. But in that pile that year, we got roller skates.
Oh.
And we got up at like 4 a.m. for that year for Santa Claus to come. And we roller skated in our kitchen for like an hour and a half that morning on Christmas morning. And then we got roller skating lessons to go with it. And we got to learn how to dance different foxtrot, the waltz, all kinds of different dances on roller skates.
I did the same
It was
thing
fun.
at Christmas. Got the skates and learned how to dance.
It's smart, Alec.
That I should have remembered that because you've talked about that before. I really should have. In fact, that's exactly what I said in my answer. I said going to the fair. I had no flipping idea.
Well, I was in 4-H, so it was kind of fun to enter things.
Yeah.
Not.
No, that's a good point.
Mhm.
And folks, if you have a favorite childhood memory, put it in the comments. I love seeing this. My favorite childhood memory was laying on my mom's car in Chaparral, New Mexico, watching a meteor shower. I lived in the desert, no city lights for miles. Oh, outstanding. Family vacations, absolutely.
No.
Jay says my childhood kind of sucked. The only thing I can think of was my mom getting a green tree frog because mine had died 3 weeks before that. Sorry, Jay, but that sounds like a pretty cool memory. Okay, I've got to go now. And if you have memories, folks, put them in the comments. We're going to read them here. Okay, I've got my memory, and you'll never know this.
Oh, your favorite childhood
My
memory?
favorite child moment kind of memory. This one I could talk about for like hours, so I'll keep it like in for 2 minutes. Right fair, because you'll never guess this one.
Could it be? Well, no, I can just tell you instead. Well, I guess I have to write it down to be fair. I'm just gonna say, if you're
Get
telling me I
Slurpees.
can't get it,
Wheeze and the Slurpees.
I'm gonna
Why
say
do I
when
have
you
all these movies?
traveled down south to visit
I
your
haven't
mom's
said
family.
it yet.
Oh, I
haven't
thought you said
yet.
it.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
That's okay.
That's okay because I'll never get it. You said that already.
You
Sorry.
kind of were close. When I was 15, I know it was 15 because it was 75.
Oh,
and
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What do you think it is?
No, go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay, the whole family took a trip to Kentucky. Uncles, us. I remember my dad buying cases of Mountain Dew because he was afraid that nobody would have Mountain Dew down there, and that's all that we ever drank. And get down there, and they had 3 soda machines filled with Mountain Dew. Anyways, went down, swimming pool. I remember my Aunt Betty, Uncle Clyde, everybody swimming. It was just a blast. We went crappie fishing. It was so much. That memory is just burnt into my memory, and just a blast.
And I was almost right.
You were absolutely right with family. I think that's probably a lot of people's is with something with their family. My favorite childhood memory was getting my first leopard gecko. I still have her. She's 15 years old. Oh my gosh. Bam, that must have been like
You're
a
young.
couple years ago. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to bring up our questions again. And this is interesting. This could be pretty deep. Change I would like to see in the world. This is going to be kind of quickie. We're not going to spend a lot of time. So who goes first on this one? Man, my nose itches.
I think I do this time.
Fishing with my dad and skateboarding with my. Okay, the change you would like to see in the world. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've got one. Okay, got it. What is
This
your?
is a hard one.
This is a very difficult
This is
one.
very, very hard. I am going to say kindness. That people treat each other kind,
Ooh.
no matter what their nationality is, what their race is, what their possible special disability is. Kindness and just respecting each other and treating people kind.
That's
a hard one.
It is
And
extremely
that's a
hard.
big one. That could go a long
And
way.
I'll tag on to that. And
So what did you think I said?
Yeah. Children respecting
Other children.
other children, adults, just more respect from it's hard to see kids, ask a question, and not all kids are like this. There's so many great kids, but to see this and, hey, do you want to go outside and ride the bike? That's hard, and it's hard to see. We see that in our family a little bit, and it's just hard to not seeing respect for parents. So it's now my turn.
College not to be so expensive.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I've got one. You have to guess what it is.
Oh. I don't know where to go.
Just bugs. It doesn't add up in my mind why we see differences in people.
This could open up a huge discussion.
Yeah, we're gonna.
All right.
Okay, so I taking off of what Just Bugs said, it's kind of that same thing. Seeing differences either not seeing differences at all. You know, doesn't matter my color, my race, anything. I see, you know, I'm talking to you. That shouldn't be any kind of an issue whatsoever. But more importantly is then seeing differences. Oh, I hate shipping USPS, and I'm in a conversation. So I'm going to ask questions. Well, have you had a history of bad shipments with USPS? Have you tried the other? What kind of, you know, I want facts. I want information. I want to keep an open mind. I try to keep an open mind as much as possible. But I think we're quick as a community to not have that open mind and say, it's this way. It's this way. If I say it's black, it's easy sometimes for others to say it's white. And there is no black and white. There is no gray area. It's all black and white. And I wish everybody would keep more of an open mind to stuff like that. So
my answer was fairness all around.
There you go. That's exactly it. And that kind of plays right into that.
All right, now the surprise.
Now this
questions.
is the surprise. So we both have a couple, and that was again stolen directly from Audra and Will in Flawless Crested Geckos. Watch their video. So you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? We don't need the boards. We're just gonna.
Oh, you can go first.
Okay,
I guess.
So here's my number one question for you. I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna hold it up, and hopefully that focuses. Maybe it won't.
See anything.
It's okay.
Oh.
So the question is, if you owned Supreme Gecko tomorrow, what's the first change you would make? So I said, I'm done. I'm out of here, man. I can't do it no more. Done.
Oh, so
You're taking over.
I don't get to fire you then.
Or
oh, the first change I would make.
What's the first change that you would make? I don't have an answer for this, and we're not going to do the back and forth. I'm kind of curious.
My first thing, if I own Supreme Gecko, I think
Victor, it kicked in 5 minutes before the show, so
I might revamp the facility, paint the walls, put new tile flooring in instead of the carpet on the one side, make all the racks more uniform because they're not for me. And I'd probably have to do a lot of research.
yeah. So you would clean the place out.
I would
You
brighten
would
it up.
update. You
I
would
would update.
You would bring in the
would get a
property.
makeover.
You would bring in the Property Brothers or Hillary and David, and you would say,
I'd
what do
gut
we
the
need
business and start it clean.
I tell you, Hillary, I'm ready to move because this place, you better do something with this.
I would do
And
that
what is your budget?
with a sound system and a TV down there so I could have music or the TV going when I was working instead of carrying my phone everywhere.
You saw that TV that Audra and Will had. And
Yeah,
you said,
I know. I'm jealous
I'm
because
right
they
there.
got that huge
I want that.
humongous thing, which they're probably on right now watching us while they're working in their facility. She'd give it to Crystal.
Yeah.
It would not be TikTok dancing. Thank you.
If she dances, we get more views. If I dance, we lose people. Okay, what's your first question for me?
I didn't go that route.
Oh, what route did you go?
I feel like I didn't go good
No,
enough.
that's all right. It doesn't
What
matter.
is your
This
favorite music group and why?
Oh, come on. Hold on. I've got to check my phone. What time is it? I have hard times sometimes doing videos downstairs because I have music playing all the time. I play music and get stuff done downstairs all the time. It's hard for me to turn off the music and actually do a video. Otherwise, I get monetary strikes and blah, blah, blah. But first thing I would do is drool over your Reds. Thank you, Brian. So it's hard for me not to listen to music. I work up here in the office. The very first thing I do is, I'm not going to say her name, but I ask her to play a song or a group. So I've gone through phases, as you know. I've enjoyed country music, Willie and Waylon and Toby Keith, and I've gone through some hard rock times with Linkin Park and such. And I'm right back to the old classics. It's hard, Led Zeppelin was my favorite for so long. But I think now I listen. If I'm going to turn on one group now, and nobody is going to like this answer, but if I'm going to turn on one group, it's probably Leonard Skinner. Just that Southern rock kind of sound. I really like a lot of their songs. And it would be Leonard Skinner, Pink Floyd, Beatles would be probably right after that. Beach Boys. I like the old stuff. I like the new stuff. I shouldn't say the new stuff, but I like different music genres. How about you? What's your favorite group?
We're not doing that.
Oh,
we're only asking one side.
We're not doing
Sorry.
that. So
no. Well, you didn't answer my other question. The Crystal
what's my other question?
is down. Her bedroom is down the hall from his office. And recently, I have been told that in the morning, Grandpa plays his music too loud and he's singing too much.
I'm singing too much.
She's been very vocal about you lately. There's been a lot of little things. And she's laughing. But...
as a bird now.
Yep.
How about you? Like a bird, you can.
Okay. Go.
My question for you
now
is.
You understand why Crystal says this.
Okay. I don't know if anybody wants to see this, but
I didn't.
If you had one, come on, focus there. No way, Jose. If you could have one superpower, it's not going to focus.
Superpower?
If you could have one superhero power, what would it be? Tomorrow, you get anointed with a superhero power. What would that be? Wally, sing better. I'm trying, Frank.
Don't encourage him to try.
Hold on. I'll take the mic into the shower. Nobody wants to hear nor see that. Classic rock all the way.
Favorite a superpower.
What superpower? Ooh.
Well, I'm guessing that my superpower would be strength right now. Because with my age, I just feel like I don't have the strength I used to have.
So you'd be like Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strength, lifting things, moving things around. There's times I want to do something and I just feel like I don't have it. I wouldn't mind being Elastigirl though.
Elastigirl.
She is really good because you could be like all over the place and reach things and do all kinds of stuff.
Wasn't that a TV show? Electric Girl and
she's in Incredibles.
Oh,
Elastigirl, where she could reach her kids over there and I could stretch across the room. I'm going to change it to stretch, the Elastigirl, because I could stretch across the room and I could whack you and keep you in line. I could give Crystal hugs on this side. I could hold my grandbaby. I could just do all kinds of things if I could stretch. I could stretch all the way out to Christopher's house and hold my baby girl.
There you go. So we have great ones on
invisibility.
Comments here. Teleportation. Have the power to get reptiles or pods. Blah blah blah. Supervision. Morphing into any animal is a pretty sweet power. I like Bam Bam's answer here. Teleportation, go to every reptile expo. So Bam Bam Geckos is now dwarf white person. Nobody gets it. No. Dwarf right. Whites okay.
All right. My other question for you.
Time for me to fly.
See, I just kind of went out there here. Free. My other question for you was, what is your favorite family vacation that we took and why? Family with our kids. What was your favorite one?
Well,
and we've taken several.
I can't do one. Oh my gosh! So we've gone to Boston. This. So Boston.
Oh, yeah, we did Boston.
What was it? Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, all in one shot.
No, we did Boston separately, and then we did Philadelphia and Washington D.C. at one time. We did Canada multiple times. We've been to Scotland with our kids. We've been to Florida.
Did you say Canada?
Canada several times I said. So what would be your favorite trip?
I'll say my favorite moment, my favorite memory from any trip. Yeah, I'd like to change things.
Yeah.
That's the way my mind works.
Yep.
My favorite moment of any trip that we ever took was when we were when we went to Washington and we saw all the monuments, walked around to all the monuments, and the FDR monument was just so significant in my mind. Korean War monument, but we got to the Vietnam Memorial Monument, and I'm going to start crying here. We got to the Vietnam Memorial Monument, and I was standing there with Christopher, and we're looking at the names, and he starts looking at the names, and I'm standing like right there with him. He's looking at the names. I'm just watching what he's doing, and I said, every name is somebody that we lost in the Vietnam War, Christopher. Every name. And he's looking down the names, and we're standing on the far left of the monument, and he just does that. And if you've ever seen the monument, it's a long monument, and it's full of names. And he just looked all the way to the right, and he just stood there looking at this and putting everything together. So, I think that was one moment that, trying to be a good father and trying to educate and trying to raise the kids the best that was a moment that I felt like I'm making a mark, or at least I'm influencing his thought process and his ability to grow up, his learning, because he got it. He looked at those names, and in his mind, he absolutely got it. Okay, favorite trip, it has to be Canada. It has to be the Canada trip where I hooked into the big one and you got your line tangled in my line, and then the big one got off and I swore and threw my fishing rod. And then the next day we got caught in the storm. Well, the storm hadn't come yet. And I'm like, we've got to go. We're fishing for walleye. Got to go. The storm's coming. Everybody reel in the lines. And I turn, and Tim's line is 3.5 miles behind the boat. It's just stretched. And
he's just going like,
and his rod is like this, bent over double. Dad, I think I've got the bottom. And I see the tip of the rod. If you're a fisherman, you know. No, Tim, you've got a big fish. Son of a gun, we're going to get stuck in the storm. So 10 minutes later,
it was bad.
It was black.
Lightning.
10 minutes later, and I've got the net in the water, and I pull up a 10-pound, over 10-pound walleye,
32 inches,
and literally went whoosh, dumped it in the boat, jumped to the back seat, hit the motor, and we were off of the cabin. And we got caught in a thunderstorm. We could literally see strikes, across. It was the stupidest thing I think I've ever done, but oh my gosh, 32 inches. So that's probably my favorite trip of all time. I think, that trip we also saw the flock of bald eagles, and
we also went to the ER.
And we went to the ER a couple of times with Jordan.
Canada ER.
Good
Let's
times.
Google how to take care of it.
What's that?
I said, let me Google how to do this.
Yeah, let me Google how to take out a fish
hook. Yes, they have a amount of fish hooks that they've taken out of people, and they're Googling it in the back to see how to take it out of the kids. It was in his hand, that one.
Hannah, I love Door County.
Mm-hmm.
It was some of our favorite trips.
Are there any questions for us?
If you have questions for us, if you have any questions, Angie, this is your chance. One of our favorite trips is going to Door County and looking for a campsite in what's Door
Peninsula State Park.
Peninsula State Park, thank you. And pulling up to a spot and seeing
the deer.
I think it was grouse. I think we were seeing grouse right near the entrance. We pulled in, and sure enough, there's a mom and I think it was two fawns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, two fawns stood up and just kind of wandered out of the site. This is the site that we have to, and that was just a blast. What were my first words to you? I think I remember them.
First words to me?
Yeah.
Well,
I know exactly what
we have a problem with this because you claim that we met at one place and I claim that we met somewhere else. No. I don't know what your first words were.
One of my first words when I actually knew you, not just you ugly. Yeah, that wasn't it. My first words, because we went to school at the same time. You were 2 grades behind me, right? 2 grades. I'm a cradle robber. So we were in school. We sat across from each other at the lunch table. I never talked to you. We had friends, that dated each other. But the first words that I had of you, we worked at Gander Mountain. I was a warehouse supervisor kind of thing, and you came in, and I said, "Oh, it's you again." That's
I don't remember
that's
that.
a pretty sexy way to introduce.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I had you at, "Oh, it's you again," didn't I?
Mhm. My first thought of you, and this is horrible, but back then it was the potheads. You would come to the lunch
What?
table. You had this like really weird hair thing going on.
I had Peter
And
Frampton here.
You had this, and you sat at the end of the table with a brown paper bag lunch. You never acknowledged us. You ate your lunch. You took off outside, and everybody kind of at that time, when anybody went outside, it was just assumed you guys were smoking pot outside. I don't know.
I feel like quoting a line from Dazed and Confused. The good thing about high school girls, I get older and they just stay the same age.
Angie,
Angie,
we wish
do you
we
wish-
ever had a daughter? So do you?
Hothead. Wow. Do I wish I
ever
ever
had
had
a
a daughter? Heck no. Heck no. And we were talking about this earlier with Christopher having a daughter. All of her grandkids are daughters. With our three boys, if they were rowdy in the house, I would open the screen door and throw a ball into the yard and say, "Go outside now and play, or else I'm going to kill you."
That's a kill you.
With a girl, it's like you say that, Daddy doesn't love me anymore. No.
If you had had
I-
a girl, we would have been really in bad trouble because Crystal has you so wrapped around her finger. It would have been horrible if we had had a girl. But no, I always wanted boys, Andy. Every time I got pregnant, I just prayed I had a boy because I had 3 sisters and I didn't want a sister. I wanted boys only.
Yeah.
My
no.
mom had 4 girls, and the 4 of us, or the 3 of us out of the 4 that have had children, have all had boys. And now all the guys are having girls.
All
So
of the
it's kind
guys,
of
yeah.
interesting. And any of the kids that have had, and Mickey's kids, and whoever's had kids have had girls. So
Yep. It'll be funny to see, the rest of the family as they
Mhm.
get older and have
Mhm.
kids.
What's your favorite comfort food?
Not that, and Victor's not that, I promote
Chicken.
Bill Cosby at all, but one of the funniest lines ever, from the Cosby Show was the line about, "I'll take you out of this world and I'll make another one that looks just like you." I tell my kids I'll sell them for chicken money. What is that? What's your favorite comfort? What's
food?
a comfort food?
A food that makes you happy. It's
Chocolate
just
chip
like
cookies.
when you're hurting
Chips
or you're
Ahoy.
sad or you're...
Chips Ahoy. Cookies. Cookies is it. I like ice cream, obviously. I like ice cream.
I was thinking we'd go there tonight.
Yeah, we can do that. Show's over, folks. Good night,
No,
all.
it's not.
Angie says, "Oh, well, what's your favorite?"
My favorite comfort food, and this is so stupid. There's 2 of them. I love, if I'm stressed out, the comfort food is chips and French onion dip. I know
Wow.
that just sounds weird because it's just
How
a
come I
stress
see
thing.
you eating that every single night?
Because I'm married to you. The other would be soup, a really good warm bowl of soup on a cold night.
What a
Or a chai
coincidence.
tea
That's
and a
my
scone.
favorite. No, it's not.
Chai tea with a scone is good too.
Super latte.
Okay.
What? Okay. Oh wait, how did you propose to Nanette? I think it was in my bedroom.
Okay, wait, clarify this. It doesn't sound good.
Why? We were watching TV in my bedroom during the day with my parents in another room. Oh yeah. And no. Okay. It was, you were okay. So you were sleeping, you woke up, I was down in the bedroom, you were sleeping in my bedroom, and I proposed to you there. Am I close?
Yes, you proposed to me on Christmas Day. I had a really bad headache and I went and I laid down and took a nap,
Yes.
and you woke me up and proposed to me.
Bye-bye, JP.
Go back
We're
up because
just going to go a couple more minutes here.
Yeah.
Anybody else with some questions? Did I miss one?
I thought I saw something. Have you ever met a famous celebrity? I have not. That I know. Well, no. I'm going to say no. No.
I'll ask in the stream. A few of you might know this person. Angie, I bet you know. Hannah, you might know because he played for the Milwaukee Bucks and then he went on to other teams. Does anybody know Ray Allen? Ray Allen was
Oh, I take it
drafted,
back.
oh my gosh, many, many, many years ago. Yeah, you've met
I'm
several.
sorry, they were at church. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll finish this real quick. If you know Ray Allen, I used to work at a company and we had just excellent fringe benefits. One was a dinner with the Milwaukee Bucks introduction to the season, and you could then go talk to the players. This is when, I can't even think, Glenn Robinson, Vin Baker was playing, and everybody got up and thank you very much for coming, folks. You can go talk to the players, and everybody got up and went to Vin Baker and Glenn Robinson, big dog, and started talking. And Ray Allen, I think one or two people kind of went up, and he was a rookie, first year. Hi, Ray Allen, good luck this year. And he went, after 5 minutes, and everybody's just crowded around the other two. He went out of the room. I think he had called and was waiting for a ride. So I followed him out. I had him sign the book that they gave. And I talked to him for probably 15 minutes about basketball and his college days. And if you know Ray Allen, I think he's the leader in three-pointers made in NBA history, but just a great, great kid, and you can tell that from his gameplay. But that's probably the most famous person that I've met.
And I met several Bucks players at our church because our
Yep.
pastor is their chaplain, so we got to meet him. The other person we met, or you guys met, was Fielder, the boys. You guys met him outside of his locker rooms. No, not yet.
What's the most romantic thing Wally has done?
That's hard.
Invited you
'Cause you've
onto
done-
this
yeah,
live
yeah,
stream,
this-
of
yeah.
course.
This is like really off, but the first thing that came to my mind was when we were dating. You told me you were going to take me sparking and blooping, and I didn't know.
We're going to get an X rating here. Nanette.
I didn't know what either of them meant, but it was like you made this really big deal about it, and it was really cool. You built it up, and we went out to the lake, and you threw a rock in the lake, right? For the
I
blooping.
threw a rock in the lake and went. I looked at
Bloop.
you and went. Bloop,
And then
bloop.
and we had gone out to a really nice dinner beforehand, and then sparking was, and we did this in
Don't tell
science
my
class a couple of
secrets.
years ago, where you take a wintergreen lifesaver in the dark room and you put it between your teeth and you bite and it sparks. And at that point, I thought it was the coolest romantic thing in the world that you did, because it was just something different and it was fun.
I bet nobody here has done anything close to related to a romantic gesture as taking their romantic partner blooping and sparking. I bet.
It was fun.
Becky just joined. Thank
Oh,
you.
Becky,
very
thank
much.
you. That stuff is so awesome. We're seeing the kids this weekend, and I cannot wait to show them and be able to
They'll
cuddle
love
the
it.
baby in that blanket. Everything is beautiful. And the jam, oh my goodness, I can't wait to eat that either. Oh, it was chokeberry. I couldn't read because I didn't have my glasses.
Is the chokeberry the one that's laced with the really hot pepper stuff?
Oh. Somebody asked what our favorite season is. What's your favorite
season is spring.
Why?
Springtime is the start of fishing. Long cold winter, everything's kind of thawing out. Fishing season starts. Baseball season starts. It's just like for me, it's like new beginnings. Now, having said that, the animals, from a gecko standpoint, the animals have been hibernating, under this much ice in our basement for, 4 months. And they're just thawing out, and springtime is when I get to do spreadsheets and match up animals and doing spreadsheets is my favorite thing. So springtime for sure.
I say fall, because I love to be able to wear a sweatshirt and blue jeans and sit by a fire outside, or just sit back on a nice cozy night in the fall. I don't know, fall. And I love the colors of fall. Nothing is better than all the trees changing and to drive around and look at all the color changes.
All the leaves are dying. The trees look like they're dead.
It's beautiful. And Angie, we don't need any questions that are embarrassing.
I challenge you,
No!
Angie. I'm just thoroughly disappointed that this is the
man.
best. Bring it on. This is it. That's all you got. Okay. If anybody has another question here, we'll take one more question. If you can think of a question, we'll go ahead and add one more question. That's interesting, Fall. We're just I don't even know you anymore.
No, I don't know either.
I'm not a fall person.
Okay,
Whatsoever.
I took
don't
my
mind
wife out
winter.
into the country and turned off the car and told her to get out. I got out and took her hand and we went to the field and I showed her the field full of fireflies and see,
yeah.
that's the cool stuff.
So Victor's gone sparking too, so that's
It's
cool.
sparkled. That's sparking.
Yeah, it's sparking. I call it sparking.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, it is sparkled.
Can't see anything because you're too old.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us
Mhm.
tonight. I want to thank Flawless Crested Geckos for doing the video preceding this. Loved the video. If you get a chance, go to Flawless Crested Geckos, subscribe to their channel, watch their videos, look at their animals. They have some fantastic animals. Thanks, Nanette.
Pockets on shirts or pocketless shirts?
Pockets on shirts.
Pocketless. You don't like pocketed
I don't like
shirts?
pocket shirts. I don't know why. I like cargo pants. I throw everything into a cargo pant kind of thing. I don't like, as much as you would think that I would have the pocket protector with pens, filled with pens,
The
and,
geeky look.
my nerdy glasses and just, yeah.
If you had a pocket with a pen in it, it would leak. I
Yeah.
could just imagine that.
It
That would
would.
just be a mess.
That would be me.
You're funny, Angie.
Yeah, we're going to pass on that one,
Yeah.
Angie. You win. Winner.
A haunted house on their first official date.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's
that's not
cool.
romantic.
Do you remember the first movie that we went? And we'll finish on this note because we'll run forever. Do you remember the first movie that we watched together? It was one of two. I know it was.
I know. Oh, Heavenly Dog.
Oh, Heavenly Dog was the first one that we watched because then you mentioned, mentioned to your girlfriend that it was an okay date, I think. Yeah.
Right.
So it was the second movie that we saw.
It was we took my sister's Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy.
Yeah, that I guess could be considered a romantic thing. Second date, you take my sisters with us to go see a movie.
That's just the kind of guy that I am. Ain't I always nice to your
Victor.
kids' sisters? Don't I take her driving every night?
Victor, first thought when I got pregnant the first time, I was extremely shocked and surprised because we had just started to try to have our first round of baby. And I was very surprised that it happened so quickly. Do you remember how I told you?
That's how I won this right here.
that cup. Do you remember how I told you we were having the first baby?
No idea. I'll know it when you say it, though.
I put a brown envelope with an address label and pretended like it came in the mail and it had a bib in it. And it said, "I love my daddy."
Oh my gosh, I remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the last one. What was the first time that made you two not stand each other for a bit? It was the coffee. It was the cup throwing incident. I'll tell the story and then we're going to end on this note. So I don't know what the argument was, but we were arguing about, and we argue like anybody else. We argue. We never get
Not that often.
not that often, but this wasn't the first
We
time.
were
The first
first
time was in
married.
the apartment, but this time was in our house, and we were arguing back and forth. And I said something that really, really ticked you off. And she had a cup. I remember like an iced tea cup, one of the bigger ones, and it was done. She didn't have anything in it, and I was across the room, and she whipped it, and I remember seeing in my mind this thing end over end coming at me, and it's like I can't do it. And I've played baseball for a long time. I have pretty good reflex. I was a goalie for hockey, and I remember sitting there thinking it's going to hit me in the flippin' face, and it clocked me right in the chin and flew almost back across the room at her.
I could
there's
never
just
do that again if I
nothing I
tried.
could do about it to stop
And it was
that.
just very unlike me. It was just, you just caught me off guard and I was ticked.
And then I'll tell the other story and
What was
quickly.
the
The other one is in the apartment. We were in an
That was
apartment for a
first
year or
married.
2 years. 2 years?
2 years.
2 years, and then we bought the first house. But anyways, in the apartment, fight. It probably was over dinner or something. I don't know what it was about. But back and forth. And you were near it was a 1-bedroom, and you were near the bedroom and back and forth. And I think I said something like, well, then I'll just leave. And you said, fine, leave. And you went into the bedroom and you slammed the door. So being the smart aleck that I am, I opened the front door and shut it just about as hard as I could as a return to your shutting the bedroom door. And within like 3 seconds, the bedroom door flew open, and out of your mouth is, don't you leave me. And here I am standing in front of the door, just smiling. I think that kind of broke the ice.
Those were like the first 2 years that we fought on and off.
Hannah, what the heck? That's funny. On that note, I want to thank everybody again for the 13th time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching these live streams. It means a whole lot to us. I hope you enjoyed them. Hope you got something out of it. If you have a partner, talk about some of these questions and just, remember the good times and talk through, with your partner.
Time for ice cream.
Thanks, folks. We'll see you
Bye.
next week. Bye-bye.